Oh, I like being dirty.
Okay, listen. Remember that line we talked about this morning?
Oh, you got a pretty mouth.
We're having trouble with the line, the appropriateness line today.
No, I'm very
Yes?
calm today.
No.
Hey, Sugar, why don't you come over here?
I like being dirty.
Hey, look, I'm dirty.
Inappropriate.
I'm dirty.
Anyway,
Especially the thumbs.
I don't even know what that means.
Today, what we have here is a 2009 Challenger with the Hemi in it. So the customer came to us a little bit ago and said, I got a beautiful car, it looks great, but it doesn't sound like it looks. So what he wanted us to do is improve on the sound, which we have a package for that. And the other thing, which he wasn't overly impressed, was when he stands on a little bit in the rain, one tire would spin rather than two. So in other words, it has an open differential. He wants a Positrack so it gets both wheels spinning if it needs to. So we've been able to address both the sound and the Positrack. So we're gonna maybe take it out for a test drive and see how it works. Whether it's the Mustangs or the Challengers or the Camaros, I want it to sound like it looks.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
These cars have lots of great things going on with them. They're just fun to drive. Well, finally the Cobra, through Lloyd's hard work and some of the other guys, is complete. While this, the main part of this looks really similar to what it did before, it's totally changed. It's got a high compression, 289, it's got an overbore in it, it has a really nice set of hypo heads in it, all that stuff's done. So what Lloyd's also done is added in an extra cooling system, because this car will get to see the track on occasion as well. And because it's what we call a wet sump system for the oiling, we've also added over here in the corner an AccuSump system, which if this car is pushing too hard going into a corner and it loses oil in the engine where it's supposed to draw from, that AccuSump system shoots oil back into the engine. So everything is almost race ready, but definitely street ready at this point.
We're out of gas. Come on. We're out of gas.
Hey, do you have any gas?
Bleep, bleep, beep, beep, bleep, bleep, you.
We're never driving any cars in here. We run out of gas an awful lot. You know that? Obsesive is getting buttoned up day by day. One of the new cool features that we've had handmade here is our intake. And believe me, this has been a labor of love for one of our suppliers, Rob. He has put a huge amount of time into making this happen.
Because this is a GT500, those taillights right there are actually off of the same year Cougar, because they wanted to do something different to make the car stand out.
We've got the GT1000 plate up at the front now. Engine's all getting buttoned up. We've got our plates back at the body shop right now getting final finished for the carbon fiber.
It's laser straight, man. The lines, the way they flow, everything about it. There's a lot of time put into this. A lot of time.
Now, we did get another cool feature in. We deal with Coddington's, Boyd Coddington, son of Boyd, Chris Coddington, and he sent us up to match our wheels. He sent us up just a beautiful steering wheel, which is going to finish the whole package when we put this all together. So everything's coming together real nice. We're hoping to have this thing driving up and down the road today on its first true road test.
Look at this shift knob. 1, 2, 3, 4, county, prison.
You smell or he smells?
He does.
Does he smell? Oh, there you go. You always have to be touching him, don't you?
The Firebird is at a point now where we've just got the last little few parts in for the rear end to have the springs actuate properly. We've lowered this whole car. We've put lowering springs in the front. We've put lowering blocks in the back.
I've got some shocks coming for it today on the rear and on the front, and we'll get the tires on it. Because this guy really wants, Joe really wants to try and drive it this summer. Hopefully we can get it done.
We're just doing final measurements for wheel fitment, which is really important because, as some of you know, Joe, now the owner, wants the biggest, fattest tire on the front and the back of this car that we can do. So we may have to do some shaving on that. So we're just going to take some last little measurements today on that, and then this car's over to the body shop.
So Keith is on vacation, but he has just sent me this photo. So I think we need to call Keith and see what he's doing. He looks like he's in heaven to me, so. Hey Keith, how are ya?
Very well. How's everybody there?
Good, so enjoying your vacation?
Oh my God, yes. There's been so many surprises from my niece. It's been unreal.
So what do you have, what are you doing in this photo that you sent me?
Well, we're in a undisclosed location that I can't say where it's at. It's a private collection of Mercedes-Benz, Porsches, very, very rare cars right here.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon. We can't wait to see you.
Okay, we're going whale watching right now, so
Oh my God, okay, have fun. Take video.
gotta go.
Okay, see you, Keith.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See, our guys go on vacation and they still have to be around cars. That makes them happiest.
We do a lot of bikes in here, and Chris does a lot of pinstriping. He wanted something that stood out a little bit more than a standard Can-Am bike. So from the black, we've brought it up a little bit, took the gray off on the lettering and so on, brought that into a yellow so it stands out. Our buddy Steve Dunn is just an amazing, amazing artist. And he, you know, Yvonne wanted to have a spider representing the spider name on the bike. And if you look back here, you'll see exactly what he's done. The guy's amazing. I think everybody at the car shows, our bike shows, is just gonna love this.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've seen some people just put like the decal little stick
Right.
spider, and I'm going, it's not what I want.
No, and that's definitely not what you've got. Okay, our 1937 Ford that's going over to Chile has progressed quite a bit since last time we talked. We have now what we call a Carson top. This is actually a vinyl covered fiberglass top that lifts off. So you can drive this car like a convertible, you can drive it like a hard top, whichever you like. But Tim's done tons of the interior, the carpeting's all in, he's put all the back surrounds in, the seats have all been in, fitted and back out so he can finish the interior now. The last couple of parts are in the paint booth. He's just waiting for the doors. Once the doors are in place for him, then he can finish doing all of the interior.
I have to ask you, what is with the hat way up on your head like that? It's driving me nuts. What is that? Does not fit
It's
right?
these stupid hats that you bought
It doesn't fit
that
right?
are all flex fit. They're tight.
Hold it down.
Like there's probably a band around my head
No,
right
there's
there,
not.
a red band. It
There's
feels
really
like
not.
it.
Hold it
You
down
had it.
further because it looks silly.
Hey.
Hey, May.
Amy.
Hey, May. I'm just... You can't wear it like
This
that.
is like, okay, it's on.
Okay. It's good. Right there.
But I just had it like that a second ago.
No, right there is good.
I had it like that a second ago, and
Yeah.
it was not a problem for you.
No, it was higher than that.
No, it was like that when I was just kind of going like, trying to understand what's going on in here.
Sorry. That's...
Are we done?
The brain hurts when you try to understand what's going on in this room.
This is our 68 Mustang Custom. We're just finishing up some the holes for the vents for the AC system that we put in.
Gotta get the contours better. These were straight across, so we gotta kind of make them into like a cone effect so that when Tim goes to wrap it, it's easier for him to kind of stretch around and make a nice smooth finish.
Once that's all done here, and that's just a little bit of body work, the dash gets final wrapped, the dash gets installed, the interior gets all put back in, the car is finished. So we're not that far away from completion on this one at all, and the customer is really excited.
We are so freaking close. It'd be nice to get some out of here.
Now that, here's the unfortunate part, now that he's seen it, he wants it now. So we're pushing to get this done very shortly.
So Episode 10 came out on a Friday. Saturday morning I'm out for a walk, my phone rings, and it is Lloyd. And he says, hey, how are you? I said, good. He goes, nice episode, it was alright, but we really missed out on what we really needed to see in that video. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought it was amazing. He goes, I gave you like 22 minutes of racing footage and I only saw like 30 seconds. I said, how about next time, you know, it's not the Lloyd Racing Show, it's...
Oh, your stories just really drag on forever. We're about to take Obsessive out for its maiden voyage, I guess we'll call it. This is a real tender time for us right now to make sure that all these bits and pieces that we've spent 2+ years putting together work in conjunction with one another. So, fingers crossed. There's no such thing as hesitation in this car.
You just touching it.
Just gone. And I honestly, if I got to quarter throttle on anything I did there today, that'd be it.
Look at what we build, man. It's ridiculous.
It has more power than anything we've ever had in here before. It drives exceptionally well for what it is. We've got 1,000 horsepower here, and most I could get brave enough to do was maybe quarter throttle on it.
And the fact that this is basically the first time that it's gone for a drive and nothing went wrong. There's no leaks, there's no this, there's no that. It's just plain ridiculous.
We're going to start doing some tweaking and final buttoning up on a lot of different circuits for the car.
Goodbye. Let our hearts call it a day. But before you walk away, I sincerely want to say goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye.